And if you want whatever your goal is bad enough, you will find the motivation in anything. And that is fact. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ollie and today I am going to be talking about how to stay motivated. So recently I've had a few different DMs from people asking how I stay motivated, whether it is being a vegan or filming YouTube videos, because I'm never someone who tends to slob about. Trust me, I have my lazy days. I like to be very productive. So today's video is how I stay motivated and how you could take on some of these tips and stay motivated yourself. Say you want to go to the gym, you don't have motivation, you could probably change what I'm saying into that. So alter it to whatever you want to stay motivated to. But let's just get on with the video. So first of all, I did or do, I don't really know, is to set your goal. So establish what it is you want to accomplish, whether it is an A on an exam or trying to learn how to draw, do YouTube videos, use the gym 5 times a week. Set whatever your goal is and establish it. Actually establish it. Don't just go, I want to use the gym. Establish it. You want to use the gym 5 times a week to work on arms and shoulders. I'm not a gym person, I don't know.
What?
But you know what I mean, proper define it and establish it so it's a thing, kind of. So then once you've established it mentally, write it down if it's something you can write down, or print out a picture of who you want to look like if it's for the gym, or print out a picture of an artist you aspire to be, or a picture that you want to really draw and you want to work your way up to it, or put it as your phone wallpaper, type it on your phone or something, do it on a fancy app where you get nice fonts and stuff, and put it as your wallpaper so then you'll always see it. Just make it a physical thing where you will see it, because when it's not just a thought, then you've solidified it and it's something you can always see, refer back to, and now you need to work out the steps to get there. In some cases you might be able to know every step to take, but in some it'll be a journey where you won't know what's on the horizon, so you have to roll with it. So plan out your steps on how to get your end goal. So get some paper or something and put starting point here and end goal here, and do a timeline of what you think you need to do to get there. And it can be as brief as you want or as in depth as you want, depending on what your goal is and how much you know about that. Since you've done that, you just have a starting point, and then things might change. That is okay. We embrace change. Change doesn't demotivate you. We embrace change and we roll with it. But then at least you have the first step to take, and if that goes well, you can go on to it. You know the steps you are going to take and willing to take to get there. And once you see it on paper, you it's not as scary because you're not going into the unknown. And things of reaching your goals and motivation, first step is always the hardest. So in terms of me making YouTube, that first video, filming it was very uncomfortable and weird because it was just me and a camera, and I was like, hey, how you doing? But then uploading it, obviously, is scary because then you've got other people watching and judging and whatnot. But at this point, who cares? I did the first step, which was hard and very scary and stuff. Now I'm 10 videos later or something, I could not care less. I couldn't have cared then about people's opinions that I knew they would be having then. Whereas at this point, I don't care. First step is always going to be hard, but once you take that step, it all rolls with you, and it's so easy after the first step. So then once you've started your journey to reaching your goals and staying motivated, then you come in with challenges and you come in with issues, and you have to be aware of that. Whatever you're doing, 9 times out of 10, whether how big or small it is, there will be a challenge or something that's gone wrong or something that's not gone to directly your plan, but that's okay. There will be challenges and there'll be times where you failed whatever you're doing. Embrace that and use that as motivation to win next time. Do not be demotivated by any challenge or failure. Use that as a learning curve. And is it a learning curve or learning curve? I never know this. So either use it as a learning curve or use it as a learning curve. Whichever one is right, use it as that. When you fail, learn from it, look at it, and what did I do there? Why it went wrong? Or embrace failure, basically. You can't just succeed instantly. You have to go through a journey. Stay motivated. You have to not be afraid to fail. That's the thing that I always think. Failing is good, and failing teaches you a lot about who you are for one, but then it also teaches you how to not fail like that next time. Another thing that helps me stay motivated is I don't put pressure on myself at all. Because now I content plan at the start of each month, so I'm organised, whereas at the start I did it weekly and I was putting pressure on myself in such a short amount of time to plan that week's video and all of that stuff. So then I took the pressure off me by doing it at the start of a month, and now it's so easy. Your creative juices flow better when you're not on pressure. When you're on pressure, you kind of go into panic mode. Don't feel guilty for anything or put pressure on yourself, because if you have a day off from the gym or from working at your goal, that is okay as long as that's all that is, one day off. Because I know when I have one day off, it dominoes into, oh, let's have another one here, and then I stop, and then that goal was never accomplished. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself, because sometimes you can burn yourself out and flatten all motivation with pressure. Obviously sometimes there will be pressured situations where you have to work through, and that's fine, you get through that. Constant pressure. Why aren't you doing this? No. No, we don't work like that. We work in positivity and fun. Allow yourself a day off, but that's all it has to be. Another thing I do, which helps me stay very motivated, is go back to the start, look at your goal and remind yourself why you started. And remind yourself why you've been doing all of this for so long or so often. Remind yourself why you've been doing that. Because oh yeah, that's my goal. And then remind yourself of why you want that and how bad you want that. Don't give up. Just remind yourself why you've been working on it and how bad you actually want it. And that'll motivate you. Right then and there, straight back away. Also, make everything you do fun. Say it's a gym workout. Make it fun. Have like good music on or something, or whatever's fun for you. That's what I like to do. Like just make it as fun as you can, and then it'll just be easy. Your motivation will flow better if you're having fun. Have fun and be positive with whatever your motivation is. Another thing I do is have someone or a group of people or something that motivates you, whether it's music, a singer, a movie, like something that you can just draw motivation from. Because for me, I have a playlist, which I'm very someone who, like, music really changes how I feel and how I think and stuff. So if I listen to like sad music, I'm gonna be sad. If I listen to happy music, I'm gonna be happy. For me, it's not motivational music where it's like no, there's certain songs and things that motivate me, which really helps me a lot, really. Like having that playlist I can go to for motivation and to boost me up and, like, you know what I mean, to get that motivation to go and do something. And I really recommend music actually to motivate you, because music helps a lot, I think. And an obvious one for me is meditation. I often do meditations for motivation, which you can find on YouTube. They really do, like, they kind of just spark a motivational drive in you sometimes, which are really helpful. So I definitely recommend trying to find something like that out there for you if you are struggling with motivation and you're into meditation. I mean, even if you're not, you can always give it a go and try it. Oh, and reward yourself. Say you've built up a motivation to go to the gym or start a blog or anything, reward yourself after, whether it is with watching a TV show or having a cup of tea, that's my reward, or having a nap or anything, whatever your reward may be, as long as it's not counterproductive,
obviously.
But reward yourself for having that motivation and things like that, because then it's like a reward saying well done for being motivated, and then you're more inclined to motivate yourself again because you know you've got a reward at the end of it. That is everything I do to stay motivated. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found some of it helpful. Some might not have been helpful, which I apologise for if it's not, but everyone's different, so if it was helpful, great, I'm very glad. And please come again, there's more to come. I hope it answered your questions who did ask me what keeps me motivated. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching.